Greetings, everyone. It's Stargazer. So, aside, we're going to call upon the Archangels. And at the blowing of the deck, I've realized that you don't even necessarily have to shuffle the deck for someone to come through. Sometimes at the bottom of the deck is just where they come through. And already today we're having Amethyst come through. I love Amethyst. I love her aesthetic most especially, but Amethyst has come through for me before. Metamorphosis. We are going through a metamorphosis right now. You are in a vortex of deep transformation. Surrender to the process that is unfolding. Amethyst is saying surrender to the process that is unfolding. Let's get a little more on Amethyst. Amethyst, sometimes called Holy Amethyst or Lady Amethyst, is an ascendant angel being and divine feminine archangel connected to the energies of transformation and transmutation. The only documentation of her appearance in New Age teachings is from the 1980s onwards, but she is well regarded and trusted by healers and psychics as an angel who has helped bring in a new golden age. Her sole mission is to help us take what has challenged us and transform it into a mission to serve the earth. Lady Amethyst is bringing in this message. The best time to change is when change is happening around you. This is a powerful and enlightening moment of your journey, for you are in a process of deep transformation. There's a good chance that you're feeling some resistance to the changes occurring at this time. Maybe a part of you doesn't feel ready for them, or you don't fully understand the purpose of them. But you are being guided to trust in the process and surrender to the shifts, for they are moving you into a space of wholeness and healing. Change isn't a linear process. Sometimes it will feel like you're taking one step forward and 3 steps back. But they're all essential and holding the keys of learning. Energetically, you are like a caterpillar going through the chrysalis. And soon you will have the opportunity to merge into a more aligned, aware state. If you're trying to fight the changes that are unfolding around you, you could delay your expansion. So relax, angels are with you, leading you into real transformation. That is the key motif of this moment, is that we are going through a true process of change, of transformation, a crystalline energy shift. Take care of your nervous system. Remember, we're going through a purge. You're going to pick up on other people's energies. It's going to be uncomfortable. You might be going through an emotional reaction to others' energies or through the energetic change that is going through right now. Remember to meditate, practice yoga, listen. A simple thing I do is just listen to music that brings me hope and dance around like a funny motherfucker. It really brings me energetically to a place I need to be. Also, I have said before, I take a cool shower. Honestly, I actually take a warm shower. And then when I call upon Archangel Michael to let this water heal me, the water instantly turns cold. And I know that he's listening. And I know that he's coming through and taking away all that nasty old energy of the day or the night and realigning me. So you can call upon also Archangel Amethyst. She's coming here to bring in the new world. So, let's see what angels and ancestors are coming through. Another good way to realign your energy is, yes, be aware of what's going on in the world around you, but don't just wholly focus on the news. A lot of the news, I'm just going to be honest with you, straight up lies. So we have the Knight. Be brave and honest. Be brave and honest. Someone in your past was a Knight. And they are saying be brave and honest. So we have the Knight energy coming through. A warrior energy coming through. Traveler, move in a new direction. Move in a new direction. So you're being called to move into a new direction. Surrender to the process that's unfolding. And be brave. I think that's enough of those. Right now we have three beings here. We have a traveler ancestor, we have the traveler knight, and we have amethyst coming through. Excuse me. Yeah, I think after this we'll pull some tarot, or tarot, however you pronounce it. I have always called it tarot. I know some people that call it tarot, which does absolutely not sound right to me, but hey, to each his own. There is no wrong way to do this, I believe. Peace. Find inner peace within moments of stillness. You're being called to find peace. You're being called to find inner moments of stillness. We see the color red here. You might be called, and a rose. You might be called to balance your root chakra. An earlier reading I had today also was calling that. Your root chakra balances all other chakras out. Balance. Find balance to maintain harmony in relationships. Wow. We were literally just talking about balance. You need to find balance. Yeah, that is definitely the motif of the day, is to find balance. And I'm just going to straight up say, find balance within your root chakra. Self-love. You need to focus on some self-love. Self-love is the foundation of all love. Again, foundations are coming up. So we're really being called through this shift of energy to focus on our foundations, to focus on balance, to focus on our root chakras. Remember, you're moving in a new direction. Be brave, because you are honored. Surrender to the process that's unfolding. You have Lady Amethyst coming here. All right, to finish this out, I'm going to do some runes. Oracle, give us a message. So we have 3 coming out. Let's see who we have today. Lagus. We have Lagus coming out upright. We have Iwaz coming upright. And we have Urus coming upright. Alright, so let's start with the first one. Lagus. Flow, water, that which conducts. Unseen powers are active here. Powers that nourish shape and connection. The attributes of this rune are water, fluidity, the ebb and flow emotions, careers, and relationships. It speaks to the satisfaction of emotional needs, to the awakening of the intuitive or the lunar side of your nature. For while the sun strives for differentiation, the moon draws us towards union and merging. This rune often signals a time for cleansing, for reevaluation, reorganization, and realignment. A rune of deep knowing, it is calling you to study spiritual matters in readiness for self-transformation. Success now lies in contacting your intuitive wisdom and tuning your own rhythms. So you're being called to go with this ebb and flow of this energy coming through, to focus on your intuitive nature and to cleanse. It also has to focus with your career, and we have 18 coming up, which reduces down to 9, which is a very spiritual number. So I have a feeling whatever you're doing has, career-wise, has to do with your intuition. And right now, we have intuitive energies coming through that you need to focus on. Ay, ay, ay. So we have Iwas upright. Defensive. Avertive powers. Tree. As we are tested, we find the power to avert blockage and defeat. At the same time, we develop in ourselves an aversion to the conduct that creates stress in our lives. If there appears to be an obstacle in your path, consider that even a delay may provide beneficial. Do not be overtly eager to press forward, for this may not be a time or situation in which you can make your influence felt. Patience is the counselor. Iwas offers nothing hectic, no acting needy or lusting after a desired outcome. This rune speaks to the difficulties that can arise at the beginning of a new life. Often it announces a time of waiting, for a spring to fill up with water, for fruit to ripen on the bough. Perseverance and foresight are called for here. The ability to foresee consequences before you act is a mark of the profound person. Avert anticipated difficulties through right action, this rune is saying. And yet, even more than we are doers, we are deciders. Once the decision is clear, the doing becomes effortless, for then the universe supports and empowers our actions. Receiving Iwas, you are put on notice that though inconvenient and discomforting, growth is promoted. This may well be a trying time. Certainly it is a meaningful one. So set your house in order, tend to your business, be clear, and wait on the will of heaven. So this opportunity that is coming through right now, you're being asked to wait, to go with the ebb and the flow, and put your house in order. So the final rune we have here is Uruz. Excuse my pronunciation. Uruz. Upright. Strength, manhood, womanhood, the wild ox. The rune of determinations and new beginnings. Here we go with new beginnings. Drawing Uruz indicates that the life you have been living has outgrown its form. Travel. You're moving in a new direction. That form must die so that new energy can be released in a new form. This is a rune of passage and as such a part of the cycle of initiation. Positive growth and change, however, may involve a descent into darkness as part of the cycle of perpetual renewal. As a nature, this process consists of 5 aspects: death, decay, fertilization, gestation, and rebirth. Events occurring now may well promote you to undergo a death within yourself. Since self-change is never coerced, we are always free to resist. Remain mindful that the new life is always greater than the old. Remain mindful that the new life is always greater than the old. Prepare then for opportunity disguised as loss. It could involve the loss of someone or something to which you have an intense emotional bond, and through which you are living a part of your life, a part that must now be retrieved so you can live it out for yourself. In some way that bond is being severed, a relationship radically changed, a way of life coming to an end. Seek among the ashes and discover a new perspective and new strength. The ancient symbol for Uruz is Aurochs, a wild ox. When the wild ox was domesticated, an immensely difficult task, it could transport heavy loads. Learn to adapt yourself to the demands of such a creative time. Firm principles attain to this rune. At the same time, humility is called for, since in order to rule, you must learn to serve. Uruz puts you on notice that your soul and the universe support new growth. This rune puts on notice that your soul and the universe support new growth. Alright, let's see here. What exactly? New growth in what are we speaking about? growth. What are we talking about? The stars. All your dreams are coming true. Opportunities, renewal, faith, hope, healing, rejuvenation, unexpected help. Success, opportunities, rebirth. The Sun, you are being reborn. You are being reborn through this transformation. Surrender to this transformation, for it is your destiny. Move in new directions. You are being asked to move in new directions. Be brave and honest while you're moving through this new direction. Practice self-love, balance, and peace. Put your house in order and be strong like an ox. I hope this message resonates. It's a short one. And I wish you all love and peace and high vibrations. Remember to do the work. And opportunity will come your way. Love y'all.